Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. The first Ranton podcast is here. I can't believe this is happening. First of all, let me introduce my legendary guest. Oh my God. May I introduce yourself?
Yeah. The fans of the show who've been there since the beginning might have heard the name. I am Arthur.
Got him!
No, that's not true. I'm actually the better equivalent of Arthur. I'm Anton's brother, Andy.
And the reason why he's on the show is nepotism. No, it's because he enjoys video games just as much as me, but we have completely different taste in video games. Yeah. So it's fun to have somebody that I disagree with, because I can handle disagreements, unlike AngryJoe. Boom! First roast. No, just kidding. And also, I thought at the end of every podcast, we will do a segment about science. Now, I don't know anything about science, but why do you know something about science?
Well, no pressure, but I'm just very intelligent. And,
got him.
And no, I've been studying physics here in the university for a few years.
And you also worked as a research in a research center.
Prior to that, I worked in a lab, so I have a little hands-on experience. And now
making experiments on Chinese midgets.
Quite. Directly next to a European institution who's been in the news several times.
No, we don't want to get political. If you mention the word Europe, people are gonna get triggered. Okay. I hope everything will work out. This is just incredible. I'm so incredibly hyped right now. Oh my God. We have a lot of things we want to talk about. As you see right now, no, you actually don't see it. Right, I can edit the video. Okay, fuck it. You can't see anything. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to talk about something that many of my fans maybe have noticed happening in my videos several times, and that's I've been I've been dissing some people, and I've been dissing them for a reason. I've been dissing sometimes Gamestar. Now, Gamestar is a German gaming magazine, I think the biggest one in Germany, and I like them. I subscribe to them, I watch their videos, but they blocked me. They blocked me, and I will show now why they blocked me. Andy, check this out. His name is Andy, by the way. I don't know if you...
Yeah.
Okay, check out this video. This is called Mein Lieblingsspiel, where they present the favorite games of some of the guests they have on. And listen to the listen to the music in the beginning. This is why they blocked me. Oh! I love that shit. So because I genuinely fucking love that song, so I commented. I meant it. Look at his face. I meant it in a nice way. I said in German. I will say it in German. Ich wichs mir jedes Mal ein zu diesem Intro. That means I jack off every time I hear this intro. And what happened? Next thing I know, I'm blocked.
Can't take a compliment, man.
Yeah, what the fuck? And I still watch them because it's good to be informed, and I like those guys. But they fucking blocked me. Can you believe it?
Yeah. You're still not a big enough channel. So
I would swear to God, the wrath of Ranton will rain down on their asses once my channel is big. Okay, just because it's so nice, let's listen to that shit again. So good. So my message to Gamestar: you brought this upon yourself. You brought this upon yourself.
There's no amount of science that can save you now.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. You're done, Gamestar. No, just kidding. I love you, but just unblock me. Take a fucking joke. But honestly, I also think the moment they unblock me, I will keep commenting. Okay. So maybe keep me blocked. It's better. Yeah, so that is that. Next up, okay, I will start this like this. Have you heard of ACG? Put the mic, suck on the mic.
ACG, well, now I can't keep it from you guys anymore. I'm not a very avid YouTube channel watcher, especially not video games. But I think ACG has something to do with video games.
Yes.
Am I correct?
He's probably... Okay, this is very... I have to tread carefully now, because probably many people who are subscribed to me are also subscribed to ACG. And he's a really one of the biggest game reviewers on YouTube. He gets his reviews out on time. The guy works hard. He's honest. But
so he's big enough that he gets the games before release from the developers.
And he's also doesn't have my kind of humor, so
okay.
I probably never will get any review copies.
No game developer wants to have anything to do.
Okay, got him. Yeah, so it's all good, guys. Don't hate on me. The guy is hardworking. I wish him all the best. But he also blocked me. Now, I had some...
I see a pattern here.
Okay, he blocked me. He said on Twitter that he didn't block me. But that's because he blocked me when my channel was still called The Anton and Arthur Show. But he did block me. I can't comment on his videos. As far as I know, that's blocking. But I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to really get in on this channel. Because I have a problem. A problem with the way he reviews games. Okay, so it's just a difference of opinion. I'm very happy that he does what he does. He's a great reviewer. When you watch my videos, also watch his. It's all good. But his review system, what I wanted to discuss with you. He rates games on a buy, wait for sale, rent, or never touch weighting scale. And this is something what I always thought, like, that doesn't really make sense. And many people say that a rating based rating system, like 0 to 10, doesn't make sense. And this is what I wanted to discuss. Because at the end of every review, he says a game is either buy, wait for sale, rent, or never touch.
So he doesn't do a number, so-and-so out of 10?
No, exactly. Okay. So I think that doesn't make sense. Because several reasons. Number one, prices are not... The video game price is not the same around the world. This is the first smaller reason. Like if a game...
Does he factor the price into his...
Yes. Okay. But he says that's a $60 asking price. Like, where is it a $60 asking price? That's number one. Maybe where I live, the game's cheaper. Now, what's way more important is if you want to say if a game is buy... The buy, wait for sale, rent, never touch rating scale is based on the assumption that everybody also has the same... That $1 has the same value for everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody has the same amount of money.
Yeah.
For a Arab sheik, a $60 game.
There's only one option. There's buy or buy everything.
It's so relative.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything. Like, are you gonna if you say, let's say Halo 5, that's a buy. Are you telling a homeless guy to buy the game?
Yeah.
Like, obviously. You don't know. And then the next problem is wait for sale or rent. What's cheaper? The one is not necessarily cheaper than the other. Wait for sale.
Wait for sale is like a non-Aussage.
Yeah, wait for a 1% sale or a 99% sale. And what if renting in my neighborhood costs $20 a second?
Exactly. Like, or if there's no renting possibility.
Yeah, anyway, exactly. So I don't mean this as hate, you know? Just calm the fuck down. I just don't understand the scale. Like, who are you to tell me what to do with my money? Kind of. That sounds kind of rude, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and
I don't get it.
There's another thing. Like, I think the fact if you buy a game or rent a game or what has nothing to do with how good the game is.
And that's the next big problem. I have found to be true that the price of a game is never really reflective of the quality. Price doesn't reflect the quality.
No.
I have played some of the best games in my life for $20 indie games. And I've played the shittiest shit for $80.
Exactly.
So the price doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the game. It has to do with production value.
Exactly. It has to do with marketing and
production value. But it doesn't have anything to do with how good the game is.
How much fun you will have.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no idea how much fun you will have.
And now next up, people complaining about ratings. This is something what really that shit that triggers me really hard. Because let me explain it. The numbers the numbers represent words. They not represent. They substitute words.
Encode.
Yeah, they substitute words and they just look nice.
Yeah.
When I say a game, like, would you agree? If you hate ratings, would you agree that there's good game and there's a very good game? Probably yes. And that means a very good game translates into an 8, and a good game translates into a 7. Okay. They just substitute words, and I just have them because I like numbers. They look cool. 10 means it's a masterpiece. 9 means it's excellent. Obviously, if you have this game is a 9.83567, that's bullshit because the differences between the digits, but it makes very much sense to have a rating scale. I could also remove it and then say, this is a good game. That means the same thing if I said it's a 7. So.
Yeah. And by the way, have you had any comments in your videos?
I think one person said once, I love the reviews, but ratings don't make sense.
And that's it.
Yeah.
No elaboration. No elaboration. Okay.
And I'm like, okay,
fuck you. I hope you blocked that guy.
Yeah, I blocked him right away.
Maybe it was the second account of Gamestar.
No, of ACG. Oh man. No, so you know, triggered me really hard. No, just kidding. But ratings make sense if you don't have to give a shit about the rating. But in the end, I say a word, and that is represented also by a number. And I think ACG's rating system doesn't make any fucking sense. Because money has different value for everybody. Yeah. And you don't have the same prices for games everywhere. Yeah. And rent and never... Okay, we already talked about this.
And one thing, I mean, you said it in your early videos, I think every video, that the rating is just your personal opinion, blah, blah, blah. And I think in that sense, a rating does make sense because it's how good you think the game is. And I mean, okay, a rating can't be the same for everyone. Like, you can't make a rating and say, this is how the game is objectively for every person on Earth. Of course, no one says that. So if you're saying this game is an 8 for you, then I don't see how it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. So back off.
Now, that one guy.
but I'm not done with the bit on ACG. I'm not done yet. Okay. There's more. There's more. So I opened one of his reviews right here. And just this is a smaller game, a game that probably nobody knows, and that's the point. When you watch my reviews, like ACG divides his videos into sound, music, voice, stuff like this. Sound, music, voice, graphics, blah, blah, blah. I think that doesn't make sense. Why? Because maybe in school we learned when you write an essay, write about things that matter. Do you remember? School?
A little. Yeah.
Turn the mic a little bit to your face.
Yeah.
You can turn like this. Write about things that matter. Don't say this person is not this, it's not this, it's not this. Talk about what is it.
Well, yeah.
That's why when I have nothing to say about the sound, if it's just nothing worth talking about, I don't mention it. Yeah. If there's something that bothers me, I'll talk about it. If there's...
It was stopped. I wrote it again.
It stopped?
Yeah.
When did it stop?
A few seconds ago, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it started again.
And the other ones are
stay right there. Check the other one. Sorry, we have technical issues right now. Check the other one. Check the other one. Sorry, this is
this podcast is produced by Anton's Bruchbude Productions.
Working? This one recording? Yeah. Okay. Then always keep an eye on this one. So maybe once we were talking, we will just use this camera. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Whatever.
This is my chocolate side.
Okay. Chocolate. That wasn't racist. Okay. Okay. So I always talk about things that matter. So when I have nothing to say about the way a game looks, I'm not going to talk about it. If there's something good, I'll say it. If there's not something bad, I'll say it. And next time you watch an ACG review, watch it and then tell me if you even know what this game is. Because when you watch my reviews, it's very important to me that you know what is the game about, what do you do in this game, and how much fun is it. These three things will apply to every game in the world. Yeah. So you always know, okay, I know what it is. Let's look into this a little bit.
What's up, everybody? This is Carrick with ACG. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. What is that?
Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. No hate. I like the guy. Okay.
That means that in 2018.
Let's go a little bit. Let's see how far we have to watch until we know what the fuck this game is.
Sponsored bullcrap will end up filling the channel. It also means covering games like Nantucket, which sounds a little bit like something you'd yell when you stub your toe and kids are around, but it's not. It's a whaling game. That's right, somebody's captured the Harry Potter-like magic of jumping into a rickety-ass boat with questionable floating values and hightailing it after whales, because nothing...
So at this point, 24 seconds in, when you watch my reviews, you're probably already dead on the floor laughing. No, just kidding, just kidding. It's not that funny.
No, you've hit the report button 27 times.
You probably already hit the flag button at this point.
Does gaming like slaughtering hundreds of creatures because they have the unmitigated audacity to come up for life-giving breath. Let's kill something, shall we? Nantucket will be out on Steam on January 18th for $14.99. As always, if you like the video, maybe subscribe. So here's my review.
Okay, so now he starts over again.
For Nantucket, Moby Dick 2, The Revengeing, Ishmael Isn't a Breakfast Food, and Pirate Dice Standoffs.
So Andy, test, what is this game about?
Whaling.
Whaling, okay.
Whaling, yeah.
We still don't know anything. Yeah. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know anything.
So you can pilfer boats.
Yeah, but we don't know how the game works. Like we don't, and now he's going to talk about sound probably here or somewhere. He's going to talk about sound, and we still don't know what is this game. And this is And to be honest, ACG is one of the reasons why I started my channel, because I was pissed off looking at videos that don't tell me what a game is. So I was, okay, I'm gonna do reviews where people will understand what is this game, and also my opinion on it.
Yeah.
So enough of ACG, enough bashing this guy. Come on, he's a good guy. Just want to clarify for all. I got so many questions like, why do you always beef with ACG? I don't have beef with the guy. It's just a couple of.
Do you seriously think you can have a nuanced discussion now?
No.
It will be war.
Yeah, it will be all-out war. Yeah. The camera working? Okay. All right. So next up, I wanted to talk about Nintendo Labo. Have you heard about this? Oh my God. This is some juicy juice.
Now, explain it like I'm five.
Oh God, okay. I kind of want to show a video of it, but I'm scared that Nintendo, they flag everything. Okay, get this. Let's turn off the sound here. It's cardboard.
Oh.
It's cardboard.
Yeah.
It's cardboard that you buy.
Okay.
And you build things out of cardboard. Wait, check. You get the idea, right? Like all sorts of little things made out of cardboard.
But they have electronics built into the cardboard?
No, I don't think so. I think the games for the cardboard are not out yet. There will be like specific games for the cardboard, I think. And this is something what a lot of people are talking about now. Nintendo Labo.
Wait, what? So, it's just cardboard?
It's just cardboard. With forms that you cut out, and then you can somehow put your Switch in it, and
so it's gaming.
Mike.
It's gaming peripherals made out of cardboard, or
yeah, and they probably will sell one cardboard for $60. But ACG, is it a buy or wait for sale? No, just kidding. What is your initial response?
I mean. Because it could be better for the environment. I have no idea what the how do you say Mehrwert? What the net gain?
Let's open the dictionary because we are too retarded to speak English.
What's the gain?
Mehrwert.
Mehrwert. Let's check that.
Additional benefit.
Yeah.
Surplus.
So yeah, what do you gain from having it be in cardboard?
So I think that's obviously advertised towards kids. You saw no one. Like, we are obviously not gonna play.
It was
shit.
in bright colors, and
if they're not gonna make a dildo out of, like, I'm not gonna be interested. Yeah. But at first, it triggered me. I was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because what stops anyone from buying one cardboard and uploading the schematics?
Yeah, that's why I thought it has electronics built into them. So I mean,
I don't think so.
It can't be only cardboard. I mean, something like that must exist, right?
I don't think it has electronics. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I didn't really look into it that much, but I think it's just cardboard, and you build the Switch into it, and then you got your little thing. Wait, check. Yeah.
What? So it's like for ADHS kids where the parents say that you're sitting in front of a console all the time, do something.
I guess
correct.
It is.
Once,
it is
do something real.
It's weird.
Once.
It's weird. But then I thought about it. I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. Like, okay, how smart do you have to be? Like, Nintendo they're fucking geniuses.
Yeah.
They're selling you cardboard. I mean, think about that for a second.
The developers of Magic the Gathering are selling you cardboard.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's kind of true. Yeah, you could actually. That's true. Okay, that kind of ruined my argument. Oh man! But I still don't know what I think about it. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Like it's a little ACG-esque in that I don't know what it does yet.
Yeah. It's like, wait, when is the release date on that? When is it gonna hit the shelves? Doesn't say anything. Nintendo. There it said something. Right. Nintendo Labo. I thought there was a date. There was no date?
Okay.
The
so
4th
April.
Yeah, April.
Isn't that Hitler's birthday?
Let's check it out very fast. If that's Hitler's birthday, then Illuminati confirmed. Birthday. Oh
yep,
my God.
Everything 420,
what
man.
The fuck?
Oh, and it's 420.
And oh my God, Andy, we're going full circle. You know who just reached 420,000 subscribers? ACG. What the fuck? Conspiracy confirmed. Oh my god. Camera still going? Are you joking right now? Nintendo Labo is coming out on Hitler's birthday, and ACG just reached 420 subscribers, which is Hitler's birthday, which is the release date of...
Which is actually 420, which is, you know... 420?
Okay. Guys, we're onto something here. We're onto something. This is the most important podcast on YouTube.
This podcast just got a little uncomfortable.
Okay, guys, I don't want to exaggerate, but my plan is to make this the most relevant gaming podcast on fucking YouTube. I will make it happen. And also, by the way, I just sent an invitation to AngryJoe. No joke. Even before the first episode was up, I'm like, would you be open-minded to coming to Germany on my podcast? He didn't answer to me.
How many times have you gotten blocked for that?
AngryJoe still hasn't blocked me yet.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
All
were you not one of the angry fans?
Oh, I also wanted to discuss AngryJoe, but let's maybe do that on the next podcast.
Okay.
Because do you follow AngryJoe a little bit?
No, but I've like
Turn the mic.
Had a little bit contact with the AngryJoe versus fans thing.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
There's another channel
called
Downward Thrust.
I heard about that.
I don't know how big it is, but I think he did a very good video on Hollow Knight, which is, by the way, favorite game of 2017.
Hollow Knight. Mm-hmm.
And I think most of his videos are a little, I don't know, the thumbnails are a little
isn't the guy with the owl? No.
And a little negative.
Ah, this guy, yeah. Isn't he like really cynical in his videos?
No, I think he, like in the videos, it's very nuanced and well thought out. But the thumbnails are a little...
They're pretty good.
It will destroy them.
Well, but that's okay. I mean, you gotta catch the viewer attention.
And he did one video about AngryJoe versus fans. Which, like, he said in the first few minutes of the video that he doesn't like his channel profiting of drama in other channels, but
everybody says that. Come on.
I mean,
okay,
you have to survive.
This is a podcast. We're going to talk about everything, okay? This is not my reviews are there edited, they're scripted in some parts, but this is just where we talk about things. And if you want to talk about gossip, we're going to do it. So
yeah, exactly. So
bag off, Gabish.
And I think the video he did was pretty good, and he had a look at both sides, and so I know a little bit about that situation, but not much about the channel per se. Yeah.
I love AngryJoe, and I would love for him to be on the podcast. I think he's an awesome guy. I think he does great reviews. I disagree with him a lot, but I don't get triggered over disagreements. I don't really care. So he's a really cool guy. But there's something that happened. People start to downvote his videos because they felt like he didn't do more reviews. He did more Let's Plays and other stuff. That's the stuff.
Okay.
And I started hating a little bit on AngryJoe too, but not for the same reason as his community. I started hating on him because of how he handled the situation. You know what AngryJoe did? Or you know what he does in general?
There was a Twitter shitfest.
He gets a lot of hate. He answers to every hate comment.
Yeah.
You fuck you back. You think you're so entitled. And I'm like, do you understand that you're giving these people what they want? And then I like go in his videos. I'm like, AngryJoe, I love your videos, man. Obviously, no answer. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you never answer to the people who give you positive feedback. You constantly reward the people who hate on you. And that really pissed me off.
Yeah, and I mean, he has a lot of subscribers, so surely there has been a lot of hate comments.
Well, he doesn't answer to every hate comment, obviously, but...
Yeah, but he could have made another video in the time he answered the hate comments, I'm just saying.
What?
I mean, if the people are complaining that he doesn't make enough videos, instead of answering the hate comments, he could have made another video.
That's also true. Could use that time... But it's just like, I don't get him. I generally don't get YouTubers who don't answer to their fans. This is something what actually annoys me. Obviously, if my channel grows, I can't answer to everybody, but I will never fucking stop reading the comments and answering to at least the top rated comments.
Yeah.
Camera?
The camera can't handle me.
Hurry up. Y'all can handle this. Anyways, we got 5 more minutes till break. Alrighty then. So that's, and still AngryJoe, you're still invited. You're still invited on the podcast. I would love to have you on, and fuck you. Literally, not fuck you. All right. Yes. Now I also wanted to talk about something: unforeseen consequences. Unforeseen consequences of my Shaolin video. Unforeseen consequences. Yes. That video is very near and dear to my heart. It's very unique. There's not going to be any other video like that because it's a true story and can recreate that. But, and I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude, but...
It's about to be rude.
No, but, but some people send me messages, like I'm happy to help. But then I get people sending me a message, nice video, man. Where is Shaolin Temple? And I'm like if at that point you're thinking, okay, should I'm a nice guy, I want to answer, but then also if I indulge in that shit, next message, and then I get people, I have started my spiritual journey and I have become one with the wind, entered the void. Like they're fucking Zahir from Legend of Korra. I am ready to go to Shaolin Temple. Please
help me.
Yeah, help me. Like,
tell me where it is.
I'm like, dude, like anybody, I'm willing to answer questions, but would you please go on Google first? And also, like, how do I get there?
I don't know. There's
like, dude,
planes.
There are, I think, 3 people where I sent them a website of Shaolin Temple, and I'm not gonna do that anymore because it's just. And then there's the next message. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like, do some research on your own. God damn it, it's not that hard. What happened? Stop recording.
And are those unforeseen consequences?
Yeah, I thought that people...
Did you intellectually over...
Like this is actually the first time that I encountered the stupidity of
okay.
Is it recording? Recording? Yeah. Okay. Ah, god damn it. So please, and if you have questions, that's fine, you know, but make some research first. And if you can't find any answers, then ask me. I'm willing. And one guy sent me a message. Hey, I have a question. Can I ask you a question about Shaolin Temple?
So how about you ask it the question?
Yeah, like, I'm gonna answer everything that makes sense, that's polite, and you know, no problem there. But please,
and I can assure you, there's really many interesting things about the life, like konkret.
Konkret? Meinst du auf Deutsch konkret?
Ja, genau.
Concrete, I think.
Ja, so.
Konkret. Mother chud, Ben Kalaude Boston get motherfucker. Just now, internet doesn't work. Just say concrete, practical, precise, concretely, impractical, palpable, tangible, concrete.
Okay, so if you ask like concrete questions about the life in Shaolin, Anton has very interesting things
I have many
to
stories.
tell.
There's a shit ton of stories.
I mean, the video was very broad about the decisions that led there and a little, but the specifics about the life there are really interesting, and I can only assure you, ask more stupid questions on the videos.
But just like, please do some goddamn research before you ask me a question. Don't ask me where's China. Get real, motherfucker.
Everyone knows it's in
North Korea. Okay, let's take a little break. We'll be right back. You won't even notice. We're gonna go pee and boom chakalaka. Bye bye. Alrighty then. So next up,
we've now had a break of a few days.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah. I still wear the same clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now I wanted to talk about, before we get into the science, I want to talk about, some people have said there are no good games coming out 2018. Name a game that's coming out 2018 that you're looking forward to. He's the anti-hype beast.
Yeah, I'm like, I buy games when they are in my Steam recommended list, and I've never heard about them. But the only game that I'm really excited for in 2018 is the Shadows Die Twice, the new one of From Software.
The fuck is that?
That will...
Shadows Die Twice?
Like, people say it might be Bloodborne 2, or it might be
you mean
a whole nother...
okay. It's not the name of the game.
No. It's just...
Yeah. It's Bloodborne 2. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
I don't know. I mean...
The fucking...
Bloodborne is the best game that was ever made, so I don't know if a sequel is that...
It's gonna be Bloodborne 2. What else is a sequel? What else can there be a sequel of?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a sequel. And it could be a sequel of From Software's early games, like before Demon Souls, even, when they did like horrible games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Bloodborne.
I hope it's Bloodborne.
It's Bloodborne.
I loved Bloodborne so much.
Yeah, I still haven't played it. Yeah. Did you play the Surge DLC?
There's a DLC?
Yeah, and a really cool, good-looking one too.
Okay.
In a like abandoned amusement park.
Oh.
I didn't play. I just heard good things because the search was pretty good. Except the last level is what. Okay, this is really funny.
Yeah. Let's make a actual video game segment in the podcast talking about the search.
Okay. Generally, I'm a big fan of the Souls-like fighting systems, but I'm not a big fan of how the levels are designed.
Yeah.
I get lost extremely easily. If I don't okay, you know, you guys, if you watch my channel, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he touched on it in his last video about like iconoclast.
Iconoclast, yeah. And I get lost so fucking fast. It's ridiculous. So I need to know exactly where I am, and a game has to be either open world or 100% linear.
Yeah.
Nothing between is acceptable for me. And I hate the way these worlds are built. But the last level of the search, I had no problem. And you were like...
So when the search got released, we both bought it because we both thought it looked interesting. I really like Souls-like games.
Studio?
It's just a German studio.
That German.
I loved Lords of the Fallen, which was like received mixed reviews. And I think, I thought the search might, you know, do the things Lords of the Fallen did well and do the other things better. And then we played it and it was like, oh my god, this game is 10 out of 10 and oh my god.
Yeah.
And I rushed through the game, like I did everything and played 20 hours a day, and then I arrived at the last level.
It's not that bad.
I don't want to spoil anything. The last level is in an abandoned
everything's abandoned.
In a rocket facility.
So what exactly is the problem there?
I don't know. The level designers suddenly thought, hey, we didn't make a level that's made out of endless tubes that look exactly the same.
You mean the hallways?
These yellow corridors that lead.
I don't even remember that.
I mean, the idea is very clever. You have a elevator that has two stories.
Sideways elevator.
Yeah, that has two stories, and you can reach different parts of the level from different stations in the elevator. But the parts you reach all look exactly the same.
I don't remember it being
are
that
all
bad.
like these vertical tubes that lead to exactly the same looking rooms with, I mean, different enemies. So that's your only chance to memorize.
But they respawn also if you go,
Yeah, exactly. And then, if that's not enough, the developers decide to suddenly, like without warning, change all the enemies. Once you reach a certain point in the level, all the enemies are different now. So
really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
The battery's dying.
Oh no.
It was full, now battery's dying.
Oh no.
What should we do?
Oh no. Do you have another battery?
Everywhere?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Do you have another?
There's a little technical issue right now.
We have a limited time. So wait, stop before you stop recording. We have technical problems. I don't know if
They will be resolved within a week.
Fucking batteries. I hate batteries. They're gonna all die in hell. Okay, turn the camera off. Fucking hell. All right, talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
we're on. Technical difficulties.
We had a little search.
We put the camera in the fridge. No joke, we actually did to cool it down. But we're back. Okay. So we were talking about the search. So let's wrap this up.
So I've now cooled down from ranting about the final level. I think the game was awesome up until that point, and I thought about quitting it so many times during the last level that in the end, I must say,
I think the final boss was shit, and then the game was over.
Yeah, I mean the bosses.
Whatever. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so people said that in 2018 no big games coming out, and I'm saying, what the fuck are you guys talking about? There are amazing games coming out. Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, please.
Yeah.
Please. Anyways, I got it all in my head. I know what games are coming out. God of War.
Yeah.
Did you look at that?
The Viking God of War, right?
But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I don't think... I'm scared about the gameplay. I think it looks repetitive. I'm not...
if they just use the same as always.
I don't know.
I mean, God of War 1, 2, and 3 pretty much had the exact same gameplay.
But
everybody liked
it was like this kind of crazy action gameplay. This one is like third person. You know, the God of War games are like hack and slash, like Dante's Inferno.
Yeah,
You see from the top.
Yeah.
But this one's not like this anymore.
Oh.
This one is like Hellblade.
Oh, really?
It looks, yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
God of War gameplay. It's like third person now. Check it.
Check the dubs.
You see?
Oh, okay.
You haven't seen it yet?
I mean, I've just seen the cinematic trailer. I didn't know it.
Yeah, that's what it's like. It looks really great. I'm kind of scared it will get repetitive. Like they have to make the fighting really good and don't make too many enemies.
Yeah.
That's a real problem.
And don't make it Souls-like. That would be the God of War and the Souls-like fighting system are diametrically opposed.
Yeah, two different things.
Yeah.
I think it has really a lot of potential. I'm also worried about the kid that you escorting.
I mean, many games have that.
Yeah, but just be fucking careful, okay? Like,
don't drop it.
Don't. No, I just mean like, don't make that kid annoying. It's gonna be a problem. So it looks amazing. I'm hyped, but a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Then I want to talk about something where Andy tells me every day, Anton, you're gonna be disappointed. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh boy.
I think it looks really good. What is your problem, man?
You will do
The fuck
nothing.
is your problem, bitch?
Like, this game will look amazing, and you will realize that you do nothing. I'm not saying it's gonna be No Man's Sky, but
No, come on.
like you,
Please.
if they really pull through with their with the expectation that it's so realistic and so medieval, then you will do nothing.
No, did you see the game?
Yeah, I mean, and all they praise is that it's so realistic. You have to drink to save, and I don't know. Like
Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't know what. Okay, to be honest, I'm also slightly worried about it. But I'm actually most worried about performance because the beta ran on under 30 FPS on a GTX 1080, and that's like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. If a game doesn't run on 60 FPS on PC, goodbye. Like, I'm sorry.
And there's really no reason for it.
Yeah,
like you have no excuse to.
Who the fuck is that? I don't. Shut up. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, what do you think you're gonna do in this game if it's mega realistic? Like you're not gonna be like the one puny soldier toppling an enemy warlord. You will do nothing.
But look at him. I don't know. I think it looks interesting. In the demo, the fighting actually didn't feel all that intuitive, I have to say honestly. But
how is the fighting? I don't know anything.
It's similar to For Honor, but no, it's like For Honor, but but you got 5 directions and center. But it feels like it's too much.
Okay.
For Honor, For Honor fighting system was just
perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. But this, okay, I admit I'm worried because Alex, that game fucked me.
Alex, oh boy.
Like seriously, I will never like.
I still have nightmares about the one clip where you showed the hitbox.
And people go to like, the game is hardcore.
Yeah, it's hardcore bad programming.
Yeah, like, dude. It's hard to it's trigger me again. Like, dude, I have no words. The game is complete shit. Like, I'm sorry. No, it's not complete shit to be honest. But if I cringe every time I see an enemy, there's a major problem right there. Yeah. It's like $50 I just fucking burned. So fuck Alex forever and ever. Okay. Yeah. So okay. You know what? Let's just continue this, and you just, if you want to talk to the camera, look in this camera. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So and we'll think of something to fix this one.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
If a lot of you guys watch the video, maybe Anton has enough money to buy a real camera.
Yeah, okay, well, you know what? I think it's a good time to plug something. Guys, if you want to support the show, I am just one person. Well, now there's Andy, but still, please, if you want to support the show, consider checking out Patreon. And then now, finally, I thought of a reason. I thought of an incentive, of a reward. Why to do it?
Okay.
For now, I could only say, please do it.
Yeah.
I have nothing to offer. If you want to send in questions for the podcast, or send in video messages, send in voice messages, and stuff like that, you can send in suggestions for the podcasts if you become a patron. I think that's a pretty good thing. Become a patron, and then you can be part of the podcast. That's pretty good. And also, we got merch. Get that nice Ranton merch. Buy that merch. Buy that merch. No, there's the nice Ranton podcast links in the description.
And by the way, I mean, Anton said in the beginning that it's a gaming-focused podcast, but your suggestions can be about anything.
Yeah, ask anything. We got a scientist right here. We got a Chinese person right here.
So that's basically everything.
Yeah, so, First, it's the first podcast. Anyways, it's a bit chaotic, stuff doesn't work. Who knows? Whatever. Fuck it. we'll just go along with the ride. I think now it's time. Let's talk about science. I have prepared some issues, but maybe you have some cool stuff you want to talk about.
Yeah. So I mean, there are infinitely many topics you could ask questions to, but for this time, I've chosen a topic that's a little like has nothing to do with much else, and it's just a little taste about like what this kind of segment might look like in the future. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about the Olbers paradox. Now, granted, it's a little old, and the paradox has since a few years been resolved, or since a few decades.
What is it about, bitch?
The Olbers paradox asks the question, why is the night sky dark? Because when the paradox was proposed, the Big Bang Theory still didn't exist. Like, people thought the universe was infinitely large, had infinitely many stars in it, and was infinitely old. So then, if you would look into the sky, wherever you look, there has to be a star. Because it's infinitely long, and every line you trace from the...
But at night that's the case? No?
I mean, the sky is bright, but in the Olbers paradox, the question was, there shouldn't be any dark spots left in the sky. The sky should be a completely bright surface of stars everywhere. Because wherever you look, there has to be...
Yeah, exactly, right.
There has to be a star. And between them, there has to be another one.
Okay, maybe let's explain this again for people who are as retarded as I am. But like, no matter where you look in the sky, at a certain point you will come across a star.
Exactly, because it's infinitely large and there are infinitely many. And that was in a time where people thought the universe was infinitely large and old and...
But even if it wasn't infinite, isn't it that big that it would still be completely lit up?
If it has a finite size, then there's a chance that in one direction there's no...
Yeah.
There's no star.
But still, there should be way more than we have. Why do we only see so few stars?
And the answer to the paradox was then the proposed Big Bang Theory, because the Big Bang Theory puts a limit on the size and age of the universe. I mean, you've probably heard the universe is about 13 point something billion years old. And
I have to ask Alex Jones if that's true. Got him. Yeah.
Let's talk about to our correspondent, Alex Jones, who's our scientist expert.
I saw a poop swastika.
And so if the universe has a finite age, then we, as an observer on Earth, can also look only a finite length. Because if it's 13 billion years old, then the furthest we can look is a light ray that traveled to us from 13 billion light years away. And that's actually the edge of how we can see, how far we can see. That's called the universal horizon. So
not the event horizon.
No,
it's something else. That's where, now let me show off. That is where the gravity of a black hole is so strong that the own light of the black hole turns around. Boom, bitch. Yeah. Science, yeah.
So a horizon in science is a arbitrary boundary that when you cross it, or some things can't cross in both directions. And the universal horizon is the boundary that we as observers from Earth can never see beyond. It's always the farthest we can see. Because, I mean, the universe has an age.
You can't see beyond the horizon.
Exactly. You can't see something that is 15 billion light years away because the light has not reached us yet.
Yeah.
No. And
so actually, this is something that I really like to say. Yeah. When you look at the sky, you see the past.
You see only the past.
Exactly. Yeah. No, if you look up and you see a flying past.
Okay, yeah.
Got him. What do you even learn at the university? Yeah. You see the past. Boy.
How does the Big Bang Theory resolve the Olbers paradox? Is that now, because the universe isn't infinite anymore, it also doesn't contain infinitely many stars, and you can't see infinitely far. Of course, there's bound to be some spots that are empty. And as it turns out, 13 billion light years across is not actually that large. I mean,
because the stars are so far apart.
Exactly. The Olbers paradox is kind of a mathematical paradox. It says, like, if it's infinite, then of course the sky should... But to reach a sky that is actually a little brighter than our sky currently, the universe has to be like absurdly large. Like 13 billion light years is nothing. It has to be infinitely many times. Like I say infinite a lot here, but with maths you do that. It has to be so much larger than it is now.
Quick maths. Quick maths.
Infinity plus infinity.
Man, you want to start Biff with the stars, mate.
So
check the statistics.
And that's the point where the Olbers paradox was resolved due to the
That's actually
invention of the Big Bang Theory.
But there is another paradox what I want to talk about.
Yeah, sure.
And that's the paradox that about ruined my life for a week. I'm not joking, guys. Okay, this is fucked up.
Yeah. After this, you will make a field thread on 4chan.
Okay, I'm not joking. When I heard about this, Sophia, is the camera still rolling? Yeah. When I heard about this fucked with my head. I'm not joking. Why haven't we found alien races yet?
Yeah.
And, you know, there are many theories, you know, and then he told me about what paradox?
It's called the Fermi paradox.
And that, when I heard about that, I'm like, what's the point of it all?
But I mean, so to explain, the Fermi paradox asks the question, because I mean, I just told you that 13 billion light years across is not that big, but it's actually kind of big.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty huge.
The number of stars
My
and
dick fits in twice.
Potentially planets inside our observable universe is pretty big.
Yeah.
So, and there have been many models thinking about what's the chance for life to evolve on any given planet. What's the chance for the conditions to be right? What's the probability that like some molecules suddenly form and bound together to form cells? And they've came up with numbers that are greater than 0. So
obviously, because we exist.
Exactly. So the chance for life to exist must be greater than 0. Yeah. And if you have a chance greater than 0 and many chances
like
to
so
rolling the
many.
dice, then of course it has to like happen another time.
Yeah. Obviously, there's fucking life somewhere else. Like, come on.
And Fermi asked the question, so where is it? Why
haven't we met them yet?
Isn't it there?
And the answer will ruin you.
To be fair, there are many answers, but Anton chooses to believe only the most
Because what's the
depressing one.
argument against this one?
So
I just decided to forget about it.
Yeah.
I didn't because there's no answer.
The answer
with my head.
Anton really likes is
I don't like it.
there's something that is called a universal barrier, like a development barrier that once any life becomes intelligent enough or develops enough, it will reach a point where it is so far developed that it will actually be able to make itself go extinct.
Like kill itself exactly.
off. So maybe it destroys the planet it's living on and doesn't have the technology to leave the planet, or I don't know.
So it's within the definition of life itself that before it can conquer the universe, it will kill itself.
It will annihilate itself. That's I mean
that's so fucked, man.
It's only one possible
But what's
explanation.
the argument against it? Because the thing is, if you look at the world, we have the weapons now to do it. And like, I can actually imagine this to be true.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, but I mean, life doesn't have to be human. Like with our ways of thinking, they could be like energy-absorbing clouds that.
But why did we develop the way we did?
Because
if evolution,
I mean, yeah, it was the most efficient way here on Earth. It doesn't have to be the most efficient way somewhere.
Fuck.
And I mean, there are many other proposed solutions to the Fermi paradox that we as humanity are actually pretty, like 13 billion years. It's the age of the universe, and the humanity is some billion years old.
No, billion?
Earth is some billion years old, and humanity a few million. So it's actually pretty young. Like we're actually maybe
on the clock on the Earth
on the
clock,
universal
like 5
clock,
minutes before. Like
it could be that we're actually one of the first races to develop. Huh? I mean, life takes a few million.
But how long has the universe existed?
Yeah, 13 billion years, and
not as long as Earth has existed.
Earth exists about like a third of the time, and I mean,
Earth is that old?
Yeah, and the sun a little bit older.
Oh, as old as the universe?
No.
No, but 1/3 as long as the universe.
Yeah. The Earth around.
What the fuck?
And so there's actually, I mean, if our planet is a third the age of the universe, then it's totally imaginable that maybe if the universe is twice as old as it is now, maybe there are more intelligent life forms developed.
Yeah.
So it could be just coincidence that we're actually, because the universe is pretty young compared to the age of our planet, that we're actually one of the earlier races to develop in the universe.
But still, I mean, think about that for a second. Before we can actually find other races, we'll kill each other off before that. Like, fuck, that's so depressing. Oh,
and of course, there's the most simple explanation that it's actually too far away to ever see them.
And you see that as being more likely?
I see that as the most likely because our technology really is quite steinzeitlich.
Medieval.
Yeah, it's pretty medieval, and the cosmic speed limit of the speed of light really prevents us from communicating or having any meaningful interaction with anything beyond a certain point. I mean, humans only live 80 years, and 80 light years is nothing. So,
fuck.
Our interactable, or the neighborhood that we can interact with is actually extremely small. So, yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah, Fermi's paradox isn't. It's kind of a party crasher.
Definitely. That's why I consciously decided to not think about it anymore because just
there you go.
the moral is just enjoy the life you have. Just be fucking nice to people. That's all I can say. You know, have some fun. Watch my channel. Subscribe.
Don't make humanity go extinct.
Yeah, don't subscribe and subscribe to ACG. Yeah. I have so many issues I want to talk about, but I think we're at about an hour now, and I want to keep you guys wanting more.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to fix the technical issues we're having with the third camera next time. Damn, this was a fantastic first edition of the Ranton podcast live. Not live, but I like to say it.
One more thing.
Yes.
Please be gentle in the comments.
Wreck him!
It's my first.
It's my first time on the
showing
internet.
on the internet.
Oh.
I have a own channel on YouTube. Not to plug anything. I don't really do anything on it. There's just a few videos of me beating the Fury bosses on the hardest difficulty. Maybe if you want to check it out, you can. And please let me know if you like the way I structure these.
Are you talking to my audience right now?
Yeah. I'm trying.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Our audience. Or let Anton know.
Yeah, just let us know in the comments.
How did you like the structure of the last segment? Because I really enjoy talking about science. I don't claim to be like a professor or something, but I really enjoy talking about it.
It's awesome to listen to it. And I guess we'll try also to maybe next time, talk about things that to somehow relate it maybe to video games. We'll also talk about, are these things realistic in video games? What is that based on? I also wanted to talk about Elon Musk and AI today.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that next time. My invitation to AngryJoe is still open. Ethan from H2H3, ACG. You don't like you? No, stop, Anton, stop. Okay, that was it. See you next time. Subscribe. Check out the Patreon and the merch. I want to see the first people with Ranton t-shirts. And I will see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Peace out. Hype is real.